Seminar 2026 is riding into the bold, vibrant, and unforgettable city of Fort Worth, Texas. This year, you can join us at the exclusive Reward Roundup inside the Fort Worth Convention Center. It's your chance to lasso your seminar rewards and celebrate in true Texas style. We'll be recognizing achievers for Seminar Awards 2026, All-Star Star Consultant, Rise and Radiate, and our Mary Kay National Area VIPs. Then we'll gather family style at the Seminar Special Luncheon to honor our Cadillac units. Circle of Excellence Prestige and above units will receive VIP early entry, and Seminar 2026 $1 million units will have reserved seating. You don't want to miss this time filled with connection, inspiration, and heartfelt celebration. And get ready for the most exciting night of your life at the Seminar Award Show. Feel the electricity as the #1 NSD is revealed. Queens take their thrones, and dazzling production numbers light up the stage. It's a night you'll never forget, and a moment you'll want to be part of. And that's just the beginning. We'll also celebrate new sales directors, Cadillac units, and so many more throughout Seminar with powerful on-stage recognition moments you'll remember forever. All set against the backdrop of Fort Worth, where world-class dining, live music, rodeo culture, Western charm, and unforgettable fun with your Mary Kay family wait around every corner. So, pack your boots, bring your best, and join us in Fort Worth for Mary Kay Seminar 2026, where celebration, recognition, and inspiration shine brighter together. Seminar 2026. Don't just hear about it, be there.
Woo! All right.
Love that.
Nice.
Get on a plane.
Okay. Oh, I got to stop it because it's repeating on my computer. Okay, welcome everybody. Oh, I'm so excited to be here. Let's do some recognition. So here's the thing. Yay. As you know, and the new Star Quarter started March 16th, right? Let's see, we have somebody to admit here.
I got it.
March 16th. So in order to be on target for your star, which this Star Quarter ends June 15th, March, April. Yeah, okay. I know it's a little confusing because it's offset from our normal annual year end, but the Star Quarter ends June 15th. And in order to be a star, you need how much? Does anybody know? You need to have how much production or wholesale?
What's the minimum star, you guys?
1,800.
Oh, Pam, you get brownie points for that.
Good job, Pam. Yep. So
Pam,
1,800.
how do you know that? How do you know that?
Well,
She's been a consultant before.
I was a consultant before.
Atta girl.
And in order to be on target at this point, you should have 300 wholesale in. So if you're on target, drop your name in the chat. We would love to see who's on target and celebrate you. And if you know how much you need to achieve your star, and again, we have 2.5 months to get there, but if you know how much you need, raise your hand or put your name in the chat so we know that you are tracking. Because remember, a tracked goal gets done. So anyway, so I'd love to celebrate if anybody's on target for star. And don't be shy. And let's see. And the next thing is, okay, Connie's on target. Good job. Congratulations. We're proud of you. Yeah, so keep going.
I do want to mention that Grace has 5 team members for the new quarter. So Grace went from 0 team members to 5 after coming home from a career conference, earned her very first gold medal. And so Grace, do you want to just unmute for a second and you are unmuted, and just tell us what was it like to come home for career, because I know you weren't able to be on last week, to come home from a career conference, seeing all those Latinas of every age, because you'd never been to a Mary Kay event. We drove down to my Cadillac together with Carrie and Martha, and just tell everybody just super quick, how was it and what lit your fire to add 5 to your team?
So I was on last week, but I didn't
I'm
mention.
sorry.
No, it's okay. I did mention a little bit that it was just, yeah, seeing all the Latinas and kind of like realizing that it is possible
Mhm.
and that like again I saw the mom and the daughter that were the mom that was a redco and the daughter that's a consultant, so then that was like, oh, I should bring my mom into this, so she's joined, she's one of my team members, and then another cousin, she was a new mom, so and I know she was looking for work, so I was like, this would be perfect for her to join. So I'm still working with my team to get them to, and then my other three are doing it for the 50%. So that's what they're looking forward to. Um, so I'm trying to work with my cousin to try to get her to these calls and to uh, get involved because I know she's capable. And then I even sent her a message today because I'm like, I had a big sell and that I'm like, it is possible. So I'm like, here's a little motivation because I just made this amount of money from
Tell
home.
everybody really quick what happened, Grace. Because you didn't type in
So
the chat, but your sale was over $600, correct?
Wow.
correct. Yes. So I wasn't sure if I was on track or not.
No, I know you haven't ordered yet, but just tell everybody like what happened. How did you have a $600 week or 600 plus?
So we're gonna get some. It was actually last week. We had some contractors come over to do an estimate on like what we can get done in our backyard. We signed a contract with them, and as I was trying to negotiate the price, then afterwards I was like, "Well, I sell Mary Kay," and then the guy was like, "Oh my gosh, I love Mary Kay. My mom would use it and I like to use it. Do you have men's stuff?" And I was like, yes. So he's like, you want to give me a card? I can promote you. And I was like, yes, here's my card. So I gave him a few cards. And I told him, I'm like, yeah, if anybody that you know wants Mary Kay, contact me and let me know. And then yesterday he called me and he said, "Oh, we want to give our office workers, three employees. We want to give them like a little package." So he asked me to put something together for them, and yeah,
It's
it
not really a
was.
little package. I'm thinking a little
It's
package
over
is like a
200.
satin
Yeah,
lip set.
yeah. So he wanted
Each
skin.
person got a full set of skincare with a night cream, got charcoal mask, satin lips. It was over $200 per employee.
Yes. So that was awesome. So trying to coordinate that was a little bit weird because I've only done in-person sales. So this was the first time using CDS, and thank you, Diane, for helping me walk through that because it's actually a lot more simpler than I was picturing. Yeah, I was
Once you do one, it's easy, but before when you first do one, you're like, wait, what? And I still
yes,
couldn't find a lookbook, so we gave up on the lookbook, but whatever, it doesn't matter.
yeah. So they've already sent. I had to use Square for the payment. They've sent it already, and the order is in. So feeling pretty great about it.
So do you know what
And
your total sale was from that one thing?
it was 706.
706?
Yes.
Wow,
Well,
Grace.
that was with me covering the shipping. Yeah, yeah,
Right. I get
yeah.
it, but wow.
Yes. Yeah.
Congratulations.
Thank
Wow,
you.
that's nice.
So you guys
So,
never know what's going to happen when you have a landscaper come over and give you a quote
yeah.
or a contractor.
And then he still wants to come and buy stuff for himself. So I can hand that to him. Yes.
And definitely Mother's Day.
Yes. So now I want to order stuff and do the little package because I'm like, it would be good to have like nice little packages. And
Yeah.
I'm even
Well, we're going
thinking
to
of
talk about that
telling,
tonight because
yeah.
tomorrow Janice has got that virtual event.
So it is possible. Like I'm like, oh, especially I got laid off last Friday. So I'm like,
Sorry.
how am I gonna make an income? And then I'm like, oh wow, I just did pretty good today. So
Nice.
gotta start getting those what is it, 12 faces per week
Yeah.
to
10 faces a week is great.
yeah. So trying to see if I can make that happen. And getting my teammates to team members too. get it going.
Just take one team member with you every time you do something. That's what Mary Kay used to tell us.
Oh,
Never
okay.
be by yourself. Always take a helper with you because they're going to
And
watch you. And even if it's a flop, like I've taken team members and I sold nothing, and I'm thinking, oh no, but they're going to have a nothing facial or a zero facial, and that makes
Mhm.
up for the one where they watch and you screw it up and you sell $800. So it's like it's all relative.
Yes.
Well, I'm
Okay.
super excited and proud of you, Grace. So you
Yep.
got your very first gold medal. You got to team leader, so we'll probably do your red jacket debut either next week or the week after once we get a few of your team active. And I'll be sending you a big box with a pom pom and a bunch of gifts and stuff. So congratulations.
Awesome. Thank you.
Yep.
Thank you. Thank you
Well,
for all the
that is
support,
so
Tim.
awesome. That is so
Congrats.
awesome. And I just want to say, Carrie put in the chat that she had 550 in sales and 2 bookings. Again, bookings are the lifeline of your business. So if you have bookings, let us know. Lori, of course, said she had 2 new faces, 690 retail, 2 bookings. So we're all rolling. I don't know. I was not able to be on last week, so I don't know if Pam, Pam had her launch party, and she did a great job at that, and I think she's got a new recruit. We just have like one little tweak to get this gal in. She's gonna be great, and I'm be super excited for Pam to have a team member.
Absolutely. So
So
can we go back
yeah.
to Carrie? Carrie, can you tell us how you created your $550 a week? And then are your bookings booking parties from parties or those new leads or
No, those aren't new leads. It's just booking. Actually, I told you I'm doing the glass lip thing.
she's doing glass lip appointments? Are you doing that with
Um,
current customers or new people?
Current customers,
Okay.
because everybody wants a new look all the time. 400 of it is the chemo care packages, and then the
Okay.
rest is just somebody ordered stuff they wanted.
So Carrie, can we ask
I
because you
get a
guys we
lot of phone calls or texts, and they just tell me, and then I go drop it off. So.
nice. Well, we really need to up our chemo care package. So do you mind telling us, Carrie, what you did or what you said to sell 10 of those or
Oh,
400 of them?
well, I said something at the polka dot meeting, and then Ro and I did a video to just the polka dots because we have our own thing. And right after that, I got the 4 of them to buy, well, 5 of them because 2 split one, but $100 ones. So
Nice.
$100 worth. Yeah, which is 3.
Congratulations. Congratulations.
And Carrie, can we just hear really quick the what is it? Glass lips. They do what? Satin lips and what is it?
It's satin lips, and then they have a lip liner they're using with it, which is the berry, and then they're using the new
Lip
what
gloss.
is it, lilac?
That lilac, yeah.
Yeah, and then it's just a clear or a nude over it, and it
Oh,
just makes them real shiny. I did it on Ro, which is a good friend of mine. We're gonna do a video about it because their video is really long. But
Yeah.
she's caramel color, and it was beautiful.
thank you.
So yeah.
Anybody else want to put in any excitement of either sales, new faces? What else did you say, Melanie? New faces, new team members,
Bookings.
bookings.
Yep. I got a couple new team members right at the very end of the month of double credit. So we're just getting rolling with them. I'm super excited for them, and hopefully we'll get them on here the next week. Both of them, one's a nurse, one's a caregiver. So both of them have crazy schedules, but we are working on um, a catalog party system so that they can have a hostess, a silent hostess, pass around a catalog, and actually have some kind of cool things because I used some of Aaron Marlowe's stuff and edited it and came up with a party menu which has several packages that they can pick up easily. And we don't really push skincare too much on catalog parties, and because we're supposed to teach skincare, but these are some things that they
Oh,
can sell easily. So I'm excited to see how this rolls out. I will keep you posted because I'm doing mine too. So, anyway, all right. Well, I believe the next thing on our agenda, and I got to turn the page here, is
Well, it was going to be the oath, but
Yep.
okay. So we don't have a
So who's
new
Zoom
ones
user?
on.
Who is Zoom user? Is this a new consultant? Who's on here as Zoom user?
Yeah, we'd love to hear from you. I'm going to ask you to unmute. Hopefully, you can tell us who you are.
Because it might be one of the
Maybe.
new consultants.
oh,
I know
That would
HB
be
is
really
Hilda
nice.
Banks.
Yep.
yeah.
Zoom
Yeah.
user, can you tell us who you are? We want to welcome you. It's a spy. Okay, well, if you find the unmute button, feel free to unmute yourself and tell us who you are because we'd love to welcome you. If you're a brand new consultant, we have an oath that we really, really wanted to do. So, and Diane is tied up
All
until
right.
7. She might jump on at 7. Maybe we can do the oath with her, but then, okay, well, if we don't have Zoom user is not able to unmute, I guess. So,
I think next up then is Lori's going to give us tell us about what's coming.
Oh my gosh, it's so exciting. So, first of all, tomorrow, and thank you so much, Diane, for
I know I'm jumping on.
thank you. I appreciate that because my Wi-Fi is just not always immediate. Okay, so we're so excited because our fearless leader, our global national sales director, will be talking about getting ready for Mother's Day. Can you believe it? It's going to be Mother's Day,
Next month, yeah.
May
And
9th.
if you wait till May 1st, it's too late. Start
Right.
now.
So now's the time. So jump on and watch. And 6 top directors
She has
will
6 different
share
directors sharing.
the ways that they have had great Mother's Day sales. There's going to be basket, gift certificates, and so many great ideas. So, let's see. No, it's for consultants only. But
Correct.
if you're a consultant and you come on, you can enter, and you guys get to be the recipients of the Kate Spade and Michael Kors giveaways. Hooray for that. Okay, next. Oh, and then remember, it's translated into Espanol as
And you
well.
guys, there might be an opportunity to take screen shares. So what I would do is be ready on the trigger of if you've got snippet or something on your computer that allows you to take screenshots, because if your customers don't know that that's not your cute basket that you're showing them, you can say, well, here's a sample of what the kind of gift I can make. They don't need to know it's not your gift or your basket, right? Lots of great ideas. So
Yeah. So then, okay, so this week on Thursday, our sharing event is dear National Sales Director Bridget Shaw. She has an amazing story. She was found on a cruise, and she has an amazing story. In addition, even after she was in Mary Kay, bless her, she and her family experienced losing their home in a fire. It
I forgot about that.
everything. And it was it I mean it's a wonderful story of Mary Kay people gathering around her and supporting her through this really tragedy. But she's wonderful. So she's a fabulous person to listen to. Bridget Shaw on Thursday. Then next week, we have former Ms. Texas, East Texas, with the, let's see, was it Miss America or Miss USA pageant?
I think it was Miss USA, but
Yeah, USA.
Miranda Reigns is a professional stylist now. That's her.
Now
Like,
she has grown up to be a professional stylist after having received the crown of the Miss East Texas. And she is wonderful. She's going to be addressing body shapes and body types, fashion and image. We get her we are blessed with her presence about what, once a quarter?
Yeah.
And
I don't know that she's ever done this before though, but this is
not
like
with us.
if you're pear shaped and you're small chested and bigger hip, she's going to say, I highly suggest this and definitely don't wear this. And you're like, oh, I wore that yesterday. And then she's going to go on and say, if you're fuller figured, what to wear, or if you're very thin and more boy, I mean, so she's going to go over
Or if
all
you're a
the,
square shape, or if you're an inverted triangle, or if you are a whatever you are.
Because she's
Um,
in our past one, she has focused on colors. This one
yeah.
is going to be more about shapes. So I'm excited
Mhm.
about that.
she
And these
might.
are
Could we
so
use
easy to
some
get people
colors
on.
too? Maybe.
Yeah, she
If
might talk about some colors because I mean, she'll always tie somehow Mary Kay and makeup into this somehow. So, but again, we're giving away $400 of Kate Spade, Michael Kors, and Mary Kay stuff, and it's is translated too. So it's a really fun event, you guys. But start inviting now because April 15th, everyone will remember. And if you say don't forget what day is the event, it's the same day you file your taxes. Good, file your taxes and then come to the event.
yes, yes, and then yes, I
This is
was
going to be
waiting
amazing.
for this. Okay, this one is going to be epic, as they say. 3 generations of Mary Kay. And Jessie Hughes Logan
Is the
was
one in the middle.
the matriarch. She was a national sales director. Her daughter, Brenda Fenner, kind of a rebel in her own right. But
She joined Mary Kay to make beer money. Like
yeah,
seriously, that's her story.
yes. And then her daughter, who's just darling, Caitlin Fahey, is just she's darling, and Janice tells younger people to follow her because
On
there's
Instagram.
you all know we have a range of ages in Mary Kay, and so Caitlin Fenner is one of the younger ones. That's an up and coming rising star, or maybe she's already come. she's 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 up. She's already up. Anyway, she's beautiful. They're all beautiful inside and out, and they all have unique stories. And so, anyone in the age ranges is going to
Mhm.
relate because it covers it all.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I did want to also announce one other thing, and I don't know if is somehow why do I not have it on here? It's the red event. Well, it's hold on.
Monday.
It's the red event. Oh, here it is.
There it is.
So if you have three on your team, whether they're active or not, so Grace, you'll be honored at this first one, but anybody who's
Woo!
got three on your team, Monday the 13th, and you'll hear three directors share their story. And Carrie can tell you the stories are always all over the place. Right, Lori? Like different walks of
Oh,
life,
and they're
different.
so inspiring. So inspiring. Really. I
And I
mean,
would say the feeling that we want you to take away from this, and I think you will, is if she did it, so can I. Because you'll see somebody there who is like you or um, has it way worse than you in by our definitions, and she still did it. So, I still get inspired listening to them. Just
oh,
saying.
absolutely. 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 Fabulous. 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 Okay, I think that covers it for the minute.
Okay, so I'm going to go over a couple other the quick announcements. And I will tell you guys, you know what? Don't ever prejudge and never give up. I drove to Sacramento last week. I rented out a Mary Kay studio for $60, went up there, and the leads from this event that we did, honestly, it was in a really not so good area of Sacramento. And the people that were there, I don't know, most of them looked like they didn't have a place to stay the night. So anyway,
Oh, no.
we did get some leads, and so I booked this two groups of four, and one group came and they didn't buy yet. They're placing orders, but one gal says, "I've always wanted to be a makeup artist," and she's from Iran, and I is it no, yeah, I think she's from Iran. So anyway, so she was there and she had lots of questions, but they only spent $30 at the time they were there, right? So then the next group comes and it's two aunts that are both in their mid 40s and their daughters are twins that are 19 and the cousin that's 18 and a half. So they're like these cousins are super close in age. And when the moms left, they both bought the 299. They bought repair for themselves and stuff for their daughters. So between just that second group, they spent a little over $600. So you just never know who's going to be the $1,000 facial and which one's going to be the, can I buy a cosmetic sponge, or whatever. And so you just have to always just know that God will always honor the chase. Nothing comes back void. Okay, so with that said, I want to give you guys a couple quick updates. As some of you may have
Can I say
heard,
something?
absolutely.
Tati just, or Tatiana just texted that she just got home. She would try to log on, but she has to feed the baby. So it would probably take her like 10 minutes.
Okay, I texted her as well the link. So
Yeah, she has the
perfect.
link.
Okay, thanks for that. I appreciate that. All right. So some of you may have heard the news that Mary Kay's son, Richard, passed away. And I just want to show you this picture really quick because it's a big deal. So Richard passed away on March 31st. He had been quite ill, wheelchair bound, and was quite ill. Mary Kay had three children. Her daughter, Marilyn, died several years ago, and then Ben died a couple years ago, and then Richard just died, and that was the last of Mary Kay's children. Richard was really by Mary Kay's side quite a bit of the time on stage at seminar, all of that kind of thing. And so please just keep Ryan in your prayers now that he's just lost his dad. Ironically, a timing thing, April 1, the company was planning on selling the corporate building, obviously not knowing that Richard was going to pass the night before. So I don't want any of you to see this in the news and freak out and think, oh my God, is the company okay? The company's doing great. The reason the corporate building is for sale is when we bought that property, they were thinking they wanted to put corporate headquarters and a brand new manufacturing plant all on the same property. Well, when they went to build R3 a few years ago before COVID, they decided they wanted a bigger property. And so they built it in another town, very close by, but in another town. So they have all this acreage, which we are mowing and watering every month for thousands of dollars. And 3 floors of the corporate building are empty because they've kind of condensed where offices are going to be. So the company building is up for sale. They're going to move the museum. They're going to move everything. We're not losing it. It's just we need to go to someplace smaller that's more efficient, but we still have our state-of-the-art manufacturing plant. So don't think that because Mary Kay's grandson died on the 31st and the building went for sale on the 1st, that we're in trouble.
Son. He was her
Huh?
son, not the grandson.
Oh,
Ryan.
no, I'm sorry. Her son. And that is that, and his son is Ryan, our current CEO. So just know that the company's in great standings. Everything is great financially. It just happened to be that the building went up for sale. So I just want to making sure that you all don't, flip out. All right. Second of all, there's a price increase coming up. So if you guys have team members, please make sure you notify your team members about the price increase coming up. Next thing I want to mention is PCP, Preferred Customer Program, not the drug. Okay, so you guys know when you enroll somebody, they get a lookbook, and I happen to grab this one because it has the personalized message on the back, and it has the sample inside. Now this one had the gel. Oh, I think I stole it out of here. It had oh no, it's right here. It has the Barrier Restore sample in the front pocket. So what I do is I always enroll 4 or 5 customers that say preferred customer 1, preferred customer 2, preferred customer 3. That's literally what they're called. Or Susie customer or whatever. And they all come to my address. So I have 4 or 5 of these so that when I meet somebody new and they say, oh my gosh, do you have a catalog or somebody I connect with? I say, well, you know what? Here's a special one just for you with a sample inside. Because these cost only 95 cents. What is the deadline? Who knows the deadline for the summer mailing? It's April
16.
Is it the 16th or the 17th?
It's okay if you tell yourself the 16th because
I always.
if you wait till the 17th, you may not get one with a sample. So
yeah, and so I do know
the 16th.
So it is April 17th. So you guys, here's the deal. Let's say you're new. Let's say you're Grace and you have 8 customers and 5 of them just joined your team. So now you have 3 customers. You want to enroll those 3 customers, but you also want to enroll anybody. If you're in a mom's group and you've got 5 or 6 moms you keep in touch with, just say to them, hey, I'm sending out the summer catalog. What's your what's your street address? Because we have everyone's phone numbers, but we don't have their addresses. So start now, like every day, reaching out to a few people and getting their mailing address so you can send it to them. And I highly recommend, this is what Mary Kay used to tell us, that you enroll them at least 4 times during the year. That would be for a whole year. All your customer has to buy is one $8 eyeshadow, which your profit is $4 off of an $8 eyeshadow, and it pays for all the catalogs for the whole year. So if you have them on once or twice, don't just take them off and go, oh yeah, she didn't buy from me. I sent her 1 catalog. It's so important to keep your name and your face and your info in front of your clients. So anybody have questions or comments about this?
I just want to say, does anybody know what the big bonus is for doing the preferred customer program? Anybody know?
Early registration.
I think you're on the right track, Pam. You get early ordering privileges.
Oh,
So
or early. Oh, okay.
yeah, early ordering. So the stuff that's going to be in the new catalog is going to come out May 15th is when everybody can order on May 15th, but you'll be able to order on May 10th.
And
To me,
And there
that's
have been a
like,
couple instances in my career where the people who order on the 10th get it on the 13th. They already see how amazing it is, start taking more orders, and they order again on the 16th or 17th in bulk, and it's getting sold out. And everyone's like, wait, what just happened? So
yeah.
it's gonna be amazing. So please make sure. I know Carrie, you've always got over 100 customers on there, and you guys just get the word out. Start telling people I really want to send you the summer catalog. Is that okay? I don't know anybody. If they say no, then don't send them one. But I can't imagine anybody saying no, don't send me one. So, okay. So I wanted to show you two things really quick. How many of you guys love just walking up to people and talking to them? Anybody just love walking up and striking up a conversation? Except for Lori. Sandy Moeller does. Hilda's got a smile on her face. That means she probably does. So Kimberly Victor used to blow my mind. One of my offspring directors, she could talk to a mannequin and get him to talk back. Like Kimberly was crazy. And I'd sit here and watch her and I'd like, wait, what? So, but what I did have happened to me about 10 years ago, I was in Texas working with a few of my Texas consultants, and one is relatively shy and works a lot with the military wives. And all of a sudden she and I are talking outside this because we were going to go into Target and warm chatter book, right? And she goes, I'll be right back. And she takes off across the parking lot. And I'm thinking, what is she doing? And she's walking, like almost running toward this lady. And this lady is dressed in blue and white polka dots and something. And so I see her talking to the lady, and I see Jackie reach into her purse and get out a card and a sample. And then they talked for a minute or two. And I'm just sitting there watching this, trying to figure this out. And she came back to me and I go, what are you doing? She said, I'm on a scavenger hunt. I go, what? She goes, our adopted director challenged us to do this scavenger hunt. And she said, that lady was wearing polka dots, and I've been looking for somebody in polka dots for over a week. I'm like, okay. So I decided it would be super fun for you guys to be a part of this. So I emailed this out tonight. It's going out with the newsletter. And anybody, I can put this up on boards. What you want to do is you want to print this out. Okay, and you're going to carry this with you. So as soon as you see a woman with a stroller, you can go up to her and say, excuse me, this is going to sound insane, but I'm in a Mary Kay scavenger hunt, and I literally am looking for a woman pushing a stroller. My name is Diane. Do you mind if I get your name? And she'll say, no, my name is Suzanne. I say, oh, Suzanne, so nice to meet you. Can I give you a free sample? And I'll start to talk to her. But I also want to get her number. Okay, so first of all, down this left column, you'll see a woman with a baby, a woman wearing red shoes, a woman with a black top or a skirt, auburn hair, department store bag, a teenager, pretty fingernails, high heels, whatever. There's over 38 categories. And my challenge to you is to get 30. Approach 30 people and get a name. And then all you do is take a picture of this. And I have about 18 prizes that are like drop dead gorgeous kind of prizes that I normally would say for a much bigger promotion. But I thought, you know what? You approach 30 different people. Now you could be at a quinceanera and you only know 3 people, but you end up talking to every woman at the quinceanera event, right? So do you want to grow your business? Perhaps you want new names and numbers. So you guys could literally do this in a weekend. You could literally do this whole thing in a weekend. Find a woman with a yellow top. And if she's standing next to a gal with blonde hair, I mean, if you approach a group of 3 or 4 women, I actually did this once at Noah's Bagels. There were these 4 gorgeous women. It was about 10 o'clock in the morning. All had dropped their kids off at school. They were all having a thing. And I said, excuse me, but you guys, I'm in this scavenger hunt and you all are absolutely gorgeous. And I said, I'm sure I can find a category for each one of you. And so I literally just went down the list and they were going, where am I on your list? Can you do short hair for me? Or I have tennis shoes on or whatever. But here's a script of what you can literally say to them. It says, do you mind if I ask you a quick question? My name is whatever. I'm on a scavenger hunt with Mary Kay. I have to find all these categories and you're pushing a stroller. And instead of saying, is there any reason why you couldn't help me? I just say, can I put your name on here? That's what I say. Anyway, this is super fun, super easy. What I would do is notice down here, it has a little organizational tip. It suggests that you get a little spiral bound 3x5 cards. Now you can get these at the Dollar Tree, Dollar General, whatever. And you can carry this with you because you want to write down more information about her. Like, yeah, you get her name and number on here. But if she says, you said, oh, you've got really cute earrings. And she goes, well, you know what? I'm about to get the baby out of the car and I've got a stroller. So you could put me in that category or whatever. As you get this filled out, it becomes a bit of more of a challenge because you've got half of this on. Then all of a sudden you're looking for a woman in a suit. You're like, where's a woman in a suit? Where's a woman with jeans? That's easier to find. Where's a woman in a uniform? But it doesn't have to be a nursing uniform. It could be a McDonald's uniform or any uniform, right? So this is just a really fun way to get you out of your comfort zone. So I just really want to highly, highly suggest that you print it out. And I just print it front to back because the instructions are on the back. So as I'm having you fill out this part, I'm like, what am I supposed to say? You can literally read it while you're talking to the woman. Anyone have a comment or a question about the scavenger hunt? It's super fun. And even my A team that are on here, I want you guys to participate. Hilda, did you have a question for me? Or no? Oh, I thought you were raising your hand. Never mind. No
I did,
questions, no
but-
comments?
Melanie.
I just think it's awesome because this is going to make you aware of people,
Oh,
maybe
Melanie,
more
you're the
than you
challenge
normally.
too.
Yeah, and make you aware of people more than you normally would be because you're specifically looking for certain things. I'm excited about it.
Okay, so you're gonna
And
laugh at me,
plus,
but I
I'm
go ahead.
always happy when people give me words. So, because we all sometimes you just needing those words gives you the courage to say something.
So I went to get my nail fixed this morning, and this lady, the nail shop was completely dead. Like the employees were literally playing with their phones because there was nobody in there. So this one woman walks in and she says, "I'm so sorry I'm late." And so she's talking to the girl, and she was getting nails fixed because she's leaving on a Baltic cruise. So I'm like eavesdropping, of course, because there's no one else in there. And they're talking and talking, and I'm looking, and I had it folded in half in my purse. And I'm thinking, Diane, get out the scavenger hunt. And I'm thinking, I don't want to do that. So I'm having this whole conversation in my head. So I pull out the scavenger hunt and I look over and I said, "Excuse me, where are you going on your cruise?" So we started to talk and I said, "This is going to sound insane, but I said, I'm with Mary Kay Cosmetics." She's, "Oh, is that your pink car outside?" I said, "Yeah, yeah, yeah." So we talked and I said, "I'm on the scavenger hunt and I'm wondering if I could find a category." And I said, "You have auburn hair." She had this beautiful reddish brown hair. And I said, "I don't think that's going to be very common. Do you mind if I use you on the scavenger hunt? Do you mind if I put your name on here?" She goes, "No, my name's Gloria." I said, "Thank you, Gloria." I said, "Would you like a free sample?" She goes, "Yeah, do you have something I can take on my cruise?" I said, "I do." Well, I ended up getting her the name and the name and number, her name and number by the time I was done. So where do you find the scavenger hunt paper? So if you are in my unit, it's going out in an email that's literally ready to send with the newsletter and a video. It'll be attached with the newsletter. It'll be going out. If you're not in my unit, I can post it on boards and I can put it on our Facebook page. But so she's my very first name on the book. Of course, it looks really silly when there's only one name on there. So I'm thinking, okay, but here's the deal. I'm going to a women's networking event on Thursday. I'm taking it with me. And even though I'll probably know half the room, just because I know them does not mean I've ever facialed them. And it's so I'm bringing my samples, my business cards. I'm going to go to town with that. So I really hope you guys do the challenge.
Can I make a comment?
Yes, ma'am.
The other thing about having this in front of you is oftentimes when I say, I start by giving the person a compliment. And sometimes after you're even trying to go further in the conversation, they say no. And, I just say, okay, fine, that's great. But I say, I really did mean the compliment. And sometimes I get the sense that maybe they just don't really believe me. But having this scavenger hunt is better to
And having the
create,
sheet. Yeah.
right, to create a relationship better. And I don't know what the right word is, but value of your approaching them rather than just saying, "Oh, you have a really pretty blouse." It's a stronger bond, I guess, might be the word.
And it's really fun because once you get about 10 names on there, then you start getting selective and you go, "I've got to find a woman with a stroller." Well, then you're like a dog in a bone. You start noticing every woman with a stroller in Costco or every woman at church with, a hat on or whatever. So it's a lot of fun. Okay, so I know I got to watch the time here. So I want to share with you guys this. So we're gonna talk tonight about the training, which is on individual clothes. So if you guys remember from last week, we've been talking about the group close. So last week, the point of the training is so that you guys, when you get to the end of the sale, the part that I never wanted to do as a consultant was to say to them, "So did you want something? I just want to facial them and get to the car." Well, that's super not effective. Pam, are you laughing at me? Anyway, because you don't sell anything. If you're so busy packing your stuff up and hauling it to the car, you don't sell anything. So I had to start thinking, okay, so I went to David Cooper training. Lori was probably there, and he taught us this 8-point close. And I'm thinking, it doesn't. First of all, to me, it sounded salesy. And I thought this doesn't really work. And then I tried it, and I think I sold $400. And I went, okay, well, there's something to this. Maybe I can learn how to do this. So let me just spend 1 minute recapping. On the group close, there's a couple things you can do during the party. When you have their skincare set, and by the way, Mary Kay's getting rid of the bag that the miracle set goes in because it's not eco-friendly. So I went on Amazon today and I found really cute paper bags, paper shopping bags with flowers on them. They cost me 70 cents a piece and I ordered 50 of them. So, but anyway, so do you have a miracle set? Do you have a set in front of them? A repair set, a miracle set? Do you have a set in front of them? Second of all, on your placemat clothes, are you showing the skincare as a set or are you closing from the back of a lookbook, which is like, it's kind of like giving them Cheesecake Factory menu. It's like, what? Like, pew, deer in headlights, too many choices. So those are things that you can do. Now, the group close to me is setting them up for a great individual close. And so Lori and I are going to role play real quick, but just so I can refresh your brain, let me go in here. Hold on, where's boards? Give me 1 second. Go back to boards, Diane. Okay, so in front of Lori's tray and mirror is a placemat. And I'm going to show you this. The placemat on one side, it's in a clear plastic page protector. Y'all with me on that? And this is, so what's under Lori's tray and mirror, can you guys all see this closing sheet? Okay,
Yeah.
so I ran off, don't run this off now because the prices are going up in a month, but, or you can run off some of them, but I ran off 18 of these in color on just like 30-pound paper. And then I buy the placemat from Mary Kay about the career opportunity. And I put the career opportunity flyer on one side, and this closing sheet is face down on the table with her tray and mirror on top of it. So she's not even seeing this, right? So then at the end of the party, I go around the table. I said, you guys, how do your faces feel? Tell me your three, if you had to pick three, if I let you grab three, what would your three favorites be? And I have them go around the table and tell me their three favorites. And then I say these exact words. I say, now, so we're pretending that Melanie and Lori are at a party together with Connie. The three of you guys are at a party. And let's just say Melanie's my hostess and Lori's sitting there. And I'll say to them, I said, well, you guys, here's the deal. You've given me an hour of your time. So although Mary Kay doesn't run special prices, I do. And these prices are good for 24 hours from tonight. And I said, I want to share with you guys some of the ways that if you decide you want product, you can actually save some money. So go ahead and pull out from underneath your tray this placemat and go ahead and flip it over. And so I had them all do this. I say, now I do want to point out the 3 pink dots at the top. You have the I Deserve It All, which is $3.99, any 8 sets. The Deal Queen is $2.99. You never say dollars. For 6 sets, and then the Savvy Shopper is 4 sets for $1.99. So let me just kind of go through this. And so I don't let them say anything yet. I say, you guys all see the repair. That's the stuff, Melanie, that you and Lori tried tonight with Connie. So that is a box set, and I have it in my hands. I'm holding it up. And I said, this actually tonight counts as 4 sets. So hypothetically, let's say Lori decided to get this tonight. She would actually get it for the $1.99 and automatically save $26. I said, now, Susie or Celeste tonight, she's Connie's daughter, she tried the miracle set. So that actually counts as 2 sets. So if she got that, she could add 2 more sets to that to hit the $1.99 Savvy Shopper. I said, and then we've got the teen skincare line, the men's line, and the acne line, which we didn't demonstrate tonight. But we did do satin hands and satin lips. So that counts as a set. Directly below that is the soothing eye set. And I will have talked about that. I talked about dynamic wrinkle limiter. The only thing I don't usually talk about is retinol, but they know what retinol is. So I explain, cover this, and I go, and then the multi-masking set's one of our all-time most popular. And I said, everything on the bottom row is makeup. That's literally all I say. I said, but on the bottom right is a very popular bundle, and it's a huge savings, and that's the eye makeup remover, the micellar water, and the eye cream. So I said, why don't we do this? I said, I'm actually going to give you guys your own copy to take home. And then I pass out the black and white version of this. And I have Kinko's do it because it comes out a lot crisper and a lot better on Kinko's copy machines than mine. I said, now what I'd love you guys to do is grab a highlighter in the middle of the table. And I want you to circle if you got to walk into your bathroom tomorrow morning and during the night, your fairy godmother put everything on the counter you wanted for free. Your fairy godmother's picking up the tab. What would you be excited? Circle everything you would love in your bathroom if it were free. Literally circle whatever you'd love. And they literally will start circling all kinds of stuff. As soon as they're done circling, I turn to Melanie. I said, Melanie, why don't you go ahead and serve refreshments? And I'm going to go ahead and start cleaning things up. Because if I start closing right there, they haven't had a chance to look at everything. So I say, Melanie, go ahead and serve food. Let me go ahead and clean this all up, you guys. And I have your goodie bags for you with extra samples. So give me a couple minutes and I can meet with each one of you. And so if it looks like ideally you want to take, because they'll all stay at the table, you want to take them away from the table and individually close. So if there's a couch next to there, or if there's extra chairs, I always look at that before I start the party. And I'll say, well, I'll meet with you guys over here individually in case anybody has a private question. Um, and I'll sometimes even say to Melanie, my hostess, Melanie, I never, some people have maybe going through chemo, maybe they're on medication, they don't want everyone to know. So I'll be closing privately over here. So let's say I close now with Lori. So I say, who has to run out the door? Who would like to be my first to get their free samples? And Lori goes, I do. So I said, great, Lori, come on over here. Just grab me your placemat and your black and white sheet and your goodie bag. And so now Lori and I are sitting. Ideally, I try not to have a desk or a table between us. I try to sit adjacent to her. This is just psychology. And I try to be below her eye level. Well, I'm tall, so sometimes I feel like I have to slap to my chair. But Lori and I are going to role play just as if this is like for real legit. And you guys can type your comments in the chat or wait till we're done, but give us your input. So Lori, oh my gosh, Lori, did you
Can I
have fun?
highlight you guys so you're next to each other on the screen?
Oh yeah, that would be great. Mel, thanks. Appreciate it.
Okay, I'm going to do that.
He's going to spotlight us.
Okay, let me find
I only know how to,
now.
I only know how to do that now.
Lori just went away. Here we go. Okay, there we go. Now that way we can focus on you.
Great. Okay. So Lori, oh my gosh, thank you so much for coming tonight. Did you have fun?
Oh, it's such a blast. My skin feels amazing.
I was just going to say, how does your face feel?
Fabulous.
Oh, I'm so glad. And you guys, if you touch your face, usually she'll touch her face. And I say, well, Lori, first of all, I'm super glad you had fun. Do you have product questions for me?
No, not yet.
Okay. Well, I'm looking at your sheet and I see that you circled 6 things you would love your fairy godmother to bring to your bathroom. And
I
did you
actually added, I'm sorry, I added 6. I added 5 more.
Okay, so you've got like 11 sets you circled. That's exciting.
Yes.
So is that what you wanted to start with tonight, or did you have something else in mind?
I'd love to start with that, but I might have to work out a payment plan.
Okay, so what would you like to start with tonight? Is there a certain a number of sets that you wanted to start with tonight?
Yes, I definitely want the repair set and
Okay, that's a great place to start.
Yeah.
Okay, did you want to add 2 sets with that to get the middle package? Because that's $299, which is really a huge savings. Because the repair by itself is $225. So if you add 2 more sets to that, sometimes you're saving up to $75. So are there any other sets you want to add to the repair, or just the repair?
Didn't I hear something about being able to get the products for at a, tell me the options for.
Okay, so we have actually 3 options. You can become a customer. I will take great care of you, and I can service your products, and anything you need tonight I actually have here with me. You can take it home. So you could be a customer. If you want a half off shopping spree, you might want to be a hostess, in which case we could do that. Remember the microderm we did in the back of the hand that you really wanted to try? We could do a skincare and microderm party. And what I do is I give you a half price item for every girlfriend that arrives, plus, so you'll get 4 or 5 or 6 items at half price. Doesn't matter how much they are. They can total hundreds of dollars if you want. Plus you get 10% of the party sales and free product. So you could be a hostess. Or if you're thinking, if you have your placemat with you, go ahead and flip it over and you'll see on there all the career opportunity stuff. So it only costs $35 to start a Mary Kay business. And I joined honestly just to get the discount. So you might be interested in either a small business or getting it at half off, especially if you like that much product. Is that what you were thinking?
That's what I was thinking.
Well, because I really don't want you to buy product from me tonight and then decide to join Mary Kay tomorrow, because I don't want to make profit off you tonight. But I do have a gift. I have micellar water wrapped up here in these really cute little bags, and that would be a gift for you tonight. If anybody who decides to start their Mary Kay business tonight can actually take a micellar water home for free.
Oh my goodness. I can't help myself.
Is that what you'd like to do?
Yes.
Okay, great. So let me send you my agreement link right now. Let me make sure I've got your phone number, and I would literally send Lori the link. Okay. Now that does happen sometimes.
That's one scenario.
Yeah, and so let's do a different scenario where Laura, you
Okay.
say, okay, I've circled 7 things. And I said, great. Is that what you wanted to start with tonight, or did you have? So you guys, let me go to share something with you. There is something in. Okay, hold on a sec. I got to go back to boards. Okay, hold on. Let me go to the 8-point close. So if you guys go to boards, I'm just going to show you where all this is. I have to put my glasses back on. This is under masters to book, sell, and close. Here's the placemats. Here's the pages that go underneath your tray insert. This has got day defender, night recovery, moisturizer. So you've got all these little insert thingies. Here's one that has which one is this one? Day Defender. This is actually cleanser, day defender, or night moisturizer, eye cream, satin lips. I don't necessarily like that one. I like the other one, but that's just I'm just because that's what I'm used to. But here's where I want to go to. This is the. Did you have fun tonight? And I'm smiling and nodding. And I say, do you just love the way your face feels? But I usually say, how does your face feel? And she nodded and smiled. And I say, I see, if money were no object, I see that you selected 9 sets. Is that what you want? Is that what you'd like to start with, or did you have another set in mind? Whatever you decide is fine with me. Then be quiet. That's the key underlining thing. Then be quiet. The next person who talks is who's taking it home. And just sit there. And she might just sit there and go, well, I don't know. And I said, well, talk to me. And she'll say, well, I don't know. I think I want to do the 199, but maybe the 299 is a better deal. And I said, well, what on here are you in love with? Well, I really like the satin hands and satin lips, but that's not for my face. So I'm really thinking I should get glycolic. And I said, well, if you get both of that's going to save you over $60. That's almost like getting one of those for free. And she'll say, okay, then I want to do that. Okay, great. Did you want to do, I don't never say cash. I said, do you want to do Venmo or Zelle? Are Venmo or Zelle an option? And then I say, now I'm assuming, Lori, since there's 4 other sets on here so instead of say, would you love to do it your follow-up facial? I say, well, Lori, since there's 4 other sets here, we get together again. When we get together again, did you want to invite anybody so you can get some of that at half off or free? And when we get together again, did you want to do the glycolic and the microderm, or did you want to do makeup? I never do makeup at their first one. I just won't. I won't do it because you end up selling bits and pieces of stuff. And so you set up the day, and if she goes, well, let me check with my friends. I said, well, the first thing your friends are going to ask you is, when is it? So let's just set a tentative date. We can always change it, but that way you have a date to bounce off of them. And it says, who would you like to invite to your party so you can receive outdoor hostess credit? So again, when this kind of hostess contest stuff, I wouldn't get too hung up on. I would literally just memorize the top 5 questions and the rest kind of follow along, if that sort of makes sense. Okay, so Lori, go ahead and finish role playing with me. So I see, Lori, that you circled 7 sets. Is that what you wanted to start with, or did you have something else in mind? Whatever you decide is fine with me.
I better start tonight with the um, with the middle set.
Okay, so that is 6 sets. The repair is what you wanted to get, though, correct? So the repair is 4. What are you looking at as what 2 sets are really pulling at your heart? Like, which ones are you thinking, oh, I have to have that?
The oil-free eye makeup remover one and the foundation one.
Okay, so let me ask you a question, though. Since you already get repair eye cream, and that one with the micellar water and the eye maker has eye cream in it, why don't I take that eye cream out? I know how much you like that soothing eye gel, that little blue jar. How about if I swap that in for that? So you
Perfect.
could have that as well. Or I might say a mascara or something, so I can kind of customize it. Now she feels like she's getting something special. And then what was the last set? The makeup set?
Yes.
Okay. I have to tell you, I'm a little surprised because I know what a fan you were of the satin hands and satin lips, or what a fan you were of the glycolic.
Well,
So
that's on my list for later.
that's totally fine. Okay. So do you want to do Venmo, Zelle, cash, check? What's easiest for you?
I'll do Venmo.
Venmo. Okay. So now tell me, Lori, since we have that done, tell me, what are the 3 sets that you would love to get at half off for free? Which ones are they?
Microdermabrasion and the mask set and the glycolic peel.
Okay. Okay, great. So what we can do, one of a couple things. You can get $125 shopping spree at half price.
Okay.
And then should your girlfriends buy, that's not even based on if they purchase anything, but then if your girlfriends do purchase, you also get 10% of the party sales. So let's say you have 4 friends there, and let's just say they each spend $200. Okay, that's 800. You would get $80 free plus 125 at half price. So you're going to get a lot. which is great. And so let's just set a tentative date. When you think about your girlfriends in general, are they typically available in the evening, or does it need to be daytime or weekend? What typically works the best for you?
Um, Saturday midday.
Okay, so here's what I have found.
Okay.
With the weather as good as it is in sports with
Oh,
kids,
oh,
Saturday is kind of a tough. Now, if that's really what you want, but what about a late Sun? I don't typically work on Sundays, but what if we did like a late Sunday afternoon, like 4 on a Sunday, or a Friday night girls' night out?
okay. Friday night.
You
Friday
want to do a
night.
Friday night girls' night out? And I'll tell you what is I'm going to bring a really cool wrapped gift. Don't tell anybody, but it's got really cute free socks and everything with it to the woman who wears the cutest pajamas. Would that be fun?
Oh, how fun.
We'll make it
Yeah.
a PJ party. Okay, great. So we'll set the date for August for April 18th or whatever that's Friday is. I'll make you an invite and I'll text it to you tomorrow. And then Lori, I have a couple samples in my goodie bag here. How about if I send you home with a sample of microderm since you're not getting it tonight? Would that be fun?
Perfect. Yes.
Okay, great. And I'll send you also a sample of the charcoal mask set since you're not getting that tonight.
Perfect.
Okay, so we're running out a little bit of a time, but Melanie, can you untag us or whatever you're doing here?
Yep.
You guys we've got 2 Zoom users on here, so I'm not sure if those are new consultants. Oh, we have 2 people waiting in the waiting room. Good Lord. Oh, they're both Robbie. All right. What questions do you guys have on a group close? Tell me how you guys actually close. What objections are you getting when you go to close? Are you hearing, I want it all, I don't want anything, I have no money, I have like what do you hear when you try to close when you're closing?
I'll get the rest later.
They say I'll get the rest later.
Yeah.
Okay, meaning what?
Meaning they want a set, but they can't afford it at the time.
Okay, so thank you for that, Pam. So Pam says, well, I really want to set. I just right now I owe too much in taxes, like money's tight. And I said, I totally get it. So let me ask you a question, Pam. If you could take a set, especially if it's skincare, which skincare set would you want? The repair or the miracle set?
The miracle set.
Okay, so that's 150 with eye cream. Would you use the eye cream do lines around the eyes not matter to you?
I'd use I'd use the eye cream.
You would. Okay, so $150 set is 2 payments of 75. I'll tell you what, I really would rather have you take this home and take good care of your skin. So what if you got to take home the miracle set tonight with a $75 payment, and then you can either write me a check for the second payment and post date it for 10 days from now, or I can connect with you in 10 days and get it via Venmo or Zelle. What do you think about taking it home and putting half down?
That's a good idea.
Okay. So you guys, now here's the deal. If I just met Pam off the street and I don't know her, that's up to you whether you want to do that. If she is Melanie's sister and I know Melanie, I'm not worried about. Do you know what I'm saying? And if you
Yeah.
get half, that covers your cost,
Yeah.
right?
Mm-hmm.
So Lori or Melanie, do you have a better way to respond to that if somebody says I can't afford the set?
I will do a payment plan with somebody, which I will take half plus tax.
Okay.
But I will do
Melanie?
That's what our cost
then
is.
work the rest.
Yeah.
Okay. Now I have said people, they go, well, Don, I don't know if I can do that. I have some cash and I said, well, I've had literally people say, and I'm not trying to give bad men a bad rap, but I've had people say, I really don't want my husband to know that I spent this much. So can I give you 60 in cash, 40 on my debit card, and the rest on the family credit card? I'm like, you can do whatever you want. So they'll literally give me some cash, some check, some Venmo, some credit. As long as they're all happy, I don't really care. Does that make sense?
That does make sense.
Okay,
Yeah.
so here's the deal, is it's really easy, and I'm just speaking from experience because I'm a talker, to get sucked into wanting to spend an hour and a half with Lori. In the meantime, everyone else has eaten their food and they're ready to head out the door.
Right.
So I'm writing Lori's order on the back of her profile card or on a receipt. And then I'm saying to Lori, I said, okay, Lori, do you have any other questions for me? I'm going to go grab your product, but let me just meet with a couple of the other girls. And I said, are you okay just grabbing some food? She goes, oh yeah, I'm fine. Go ahead. And then I'll grab the next person. Now, one other little tip, because I have had it happen before where nobody wants to talk to me first. Like you're sitting there, they're all eating and talking. And you're like, hello, like I want to go. So sometimes if I play a ticket game, like they get a ticket for being funny or a ticket for asking questions, I'll say, okay, you guys, we're going to do a ticket drawing in 3 minutes, but I want to at least meet with two of the five of you. So I'll give three extra tickets to whoever wants to meet with me first, who wants to go first. Lori's hand's like,
Oh,
Lori's either ticket driven or wants the prize or whatever. So Lori's hand shoots up and I say, okay, Lori, here's your three tickets. Come on over here. Now, what's interesting is the other night when I did these two moms and they're all these 19-year-old girls, I could tell. I said, well, do you guys have questions? She goes, no, we need a minute to look over all this. I said, not a problem. Is it okay if I clean up? They go, yeah, please clean up. So I'm gathering. I went down the row, washcloths. Then I went and grabbed squirt bottles down the row. Then I went and took the plastic inserts out of all the trays, threw them away, took the tray away. And I literally got the table cleaned up. And I said, okay. And one of the 19-year-olds goes, okay, we're ready with questions. I'm thinking, okay, here we go. So, but I'm saying the whole point of it is, and also in that scenario, I didn't have anywhere else to take them. I didn't have another room to take them in, and it would have been very awkward. So, since they were all family, I just literally turned my chair completely to the one aunt and almost turned my back, not my back, but my shoulder to the other aunt. And so I said to her and her twin girls, tell me what questions you have and how does your face feel? And the girls are like, Mom, we'll share it, but we really want to get the skincare. It was amazing. And we want the scrub. So they were just oohing and awing over their faces.
yeah.
So anyway, and then what I do is I pull out the special deals and say, well, Lori, since your purchase is $2.99, you actually can have any six of these things on here. And she'll go, I was thinking about getting that lipstick. I'll take that. And they get so excited to get half price things off of the special deals. And that just bumps your order up to another $100, right?
Wow.
All right. So do we have any new consultants on here that are brand new? Tatiana, are you on by chance? I don't know if either of those. We have two Zoom users. And Miss
Terry's waving
Terry.
her hand.
Terry, did we do your new consultant oath? Okay, then I'm going to go ahead and stop the meeting really quick because we're